I heard about this. So this kid, he's like 12, gets into a Pokemon tournament, like actual Pokemon, playing cards. The announcer...
So TCG?
I believe so. I don't remember like the official tournament name or corporation or whatever. Yeah. But before the tournament, before he got up there, the announcer asked him what his preferred pronouns were, and he didn't know how to answer, so he just kind of laughed at it and laughed it off. And
here we go, gravity suit.
Really?
Yeah.
That was quick. We got that pretty fast.
Just watch. Gonna turn purple. No, hang on. It's still going. Nope. Wait for it.
That was funny.
And then I'll murder children in the pizzeria and stuff them in animatronic suits.
I can't wait for that movie this year. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be. Oh, that looks nice.
Oh yeah. Also, I think because of the gravity suit, I can see underwater better. So I guess that's nice.
That's cool. Oh wow, way clearer.
See ways out there.
Yeah. Movement in liquid environments is no longer hindered.
So this
new stuff.
This 12-year-old kid.
Hold on. So they right before he goes up, they ask him, "What are your preferred pronouns?" He has no idea how to respond. He's 12 years old.
100%.
Like
Still don't know what a pronoun officially is.
Yeah, for they're 4 minutes into the stream, it just cuts off, and they disqualified him for making a mockery. A 12-year-old. They canceled a 12-year-old.
That's really fucking stupid.
It's stupid, but...
That wasn't a thing before. Like,
I know.
we've never had... we've had pronouns. Like, you know, he, him, I guess is a pronoun.
100%.
But, like, you've never...
I don't...
No one ever said my pronouns when you met someone.
Exactly.
You just are a boy or a girl and you could tell.
Hello.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it just kind of goes back to, like, this one coworker of mine. I hadn't met this person before. And I wasn't knowledgeable of what their preferred pronouns were, so how was I supposed to fucking know?
At least she was nice.
Like I'm not a mind reader.
Yeah, at least she was respectful about it. Be like, hey, could you
nice.
instead of
being like
going straight?
Fuck them all.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. she could be nice all she wants.
Fuck you.
Oh no, they're really cool.
But I don't know. I know everyone's gonna hate me when I have kids because everyone now is like raising their kids as like gender neutral or not giving them gender.
Okay, you know, if I have kids, you know, one thing I am not going to do is like
indoctrinate them.
Well, I hope not. What I was going to say is that like I'm not going to be the kind of parent that says that, you know, like if I'm expecting a baby, me and my wife are expecting a baby. I'm not going to say like, oh, like we're not going to like what's the term? Like
announce the gender?
Yeah. Well, no. It's not that we're not going to announce the gender. It's like we're not going to decide the gender of the child, even though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, that? I'm not going to give it. They can decide. I'm like, okay, well, when I have kids, I will have a boy or a girl, and they will dress as such, and their rooms will be boy or girlish, and it like people. I just think it's so ridiculous because people are making their nurseries like just beige, and all their toys are like. Neutral colors.
Yeah. That's really fucking
and
it's so stupid.
Oh, could you imagine if there were? Could you imagine if there were that many pronouns widely acceptable back when Pokemon was first released, and then you boot up a new Pokemon game for the first time, and then you see Professor Oak and says like, "Are you a boy, a girl, a they, or?" You just a whole long list.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what people react like when they're like filling out official documents, and it's like. Are you male or female?
And it's the only two options. They probably lose.
The fuck out.
That's
where you get it.
Oh, that just made me remember of this video I saw on YouTube like a while ago. There's a video. Okay, there's a video on YouTube. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like Me Channel. You know, like the Me Channel on you know, for making Wii's on a Nintendo console.
I've seen this.
Yeah, it's like a Me Channel tutorial in 2016, 2018 or something.
Probably.
And then like you got someone talking. It's like, okay, so this is how you make a Me on the Me Channel. And then you know they boot it up, and then they the first thing it asks you to do is to like select a gender. And then, like, the guy just, like, walks away from the mic and then just screams in anguish because there's only 2 genders listed there.
So funny. Good, he should be screaming.
Like, see, and there was something that, like, and this goes back with crazy people. There was something that they told us, never collude in the delusion.
No.
There's no collusion in the delusion because it's like, oh, no.
Because once you give them that validation, you're
right. It's like that's not real, right? And I mean, I've told one of the funny stories about that, which in some cases it can be kind of funny, but like I told you about that dude who like had an imaginary sister.
No, you didn't tell us about this guy.
Oh gosh, so
you told us about the guy that was scared of the poop, but not the guy with the imaginary sister.
So the guy with the imaginary sister. So he had a real sister, and he had an imaginary sister. His imaginary sister was really, really terrible to him. Right? Apparently. So, allegedly. So,
hang on. I gotta find where I'm going.
They were going on this trip, or going to they were taking the patients to a certain place. They were gonna get them out, and he starts having a kind of a conversation with this person. And honestly, if you're that level where you're hallucinating shit, you really shouldn't leave. So this guy is one of the funniest, coolest nurses there. He was like, hey, he told the guys hey, if you're coming, she can't come with you.
Okay.
Right? Colluding in the delusion. And he's like, hear that bitch, you can't come. And he got on the bus. Didn't have a single problem the whole time. That's so funny. Nothing. Hear that bitch, you can't come. And so that's kind of a funny thing. But with colluding in the delusion, it's that whole thing is no, it's because once you start agreeing with them, then they keep seeking more of that bias, more of that hey, I'm gonna this person is a quote ally. The thing is and as far as this goes, really the only thing, I don't know, it's so dumb to me. What's gonna happen when China tries to invade? Oh, dude. A lot of people think about that kind of shit, and it's oh yeah, do you think any other country's gonna get it?
I was pressing jump. Damn it.
Do you think this is actually gonna be there? And it's so ridiculous to assume that's gonna happen.
That China's gonna take over?
Ronald Reagan said something that was really interesting, right? So most of the world is kind of a fucked up place, no matter what time of history you're living, right? And Ronald Reagan said something, and I disagree with it, right? He said that when there's a great enough crisis, humanity will rally and come together as one species. I disagree. We just had a coronavirus, and everyone was really fucking shitty to each other. And what's happening right now is what happens when people get bored and they only have the internet. Yep. Right? And they're stuck in their houses. So that's where I disagree with him. It's okay, man, we had a chance there, and it didn't end up well, right? Things are more fucked up than ever.
Everything is so bad right now.
It just does that, and it's
90% of the world is trying to get off of U.S. currency, having that being the top dollar. If that happens, we are screwed. We are absolutely screwed.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. What other country has, besides Russia, for example, has the landmass, natural resources, and material?
True. No. Right, everything else is kind of used up. That is
right.
That is
big
enough.
For example, China, like China's whole economy, in their entire existence, has relied on, because they're essentially landlocked. I think they've got one coast. They got it to Mongolia, which is basically Siberia. Yeah. Right. What the fuck is out there? Maybe a little bit of oil. Right.
And that's gonna be ours.
And they haven't. Never mind. Their entire economy has been based on bringing things in without putting things out.
Yeah.
Right. Ever since what was his name? It's I think his name was Shang He. He was this. They were exploring the world before the Europeans, before Portugal, before Spain. Anyway, they had big ass ships, but then they decided, because of some Taoist bullshit, to bring all that into the country and seal off their country.
That was the stupidest decision.
It's a very bad decision, but that's why they're still that way. They still prefer to bring things in and not put things out. Yep. Right? So, natural resources, they don't really have them. Right? Because what does the U.S. have? We have the breadbasket. We have oil. We have agriculture.
Very big
agriculture. We have manufacturing. That's what put us to be a superpower in the first place, because we were China before China figured out where its dick was.
Yep.
So that's exactly that. So in that regard, like when people say, "Oh, we would be toast," no. We're just gonna have to get a lot of fucking lazy people and get them to work.
Yep.
That's it. Like really, that's it. We're gonna have to figure out how to get some transgender dude to go pick cherries.
Yep.
Right.
And that's not gonna happen because they don't want to do crap.
No, it's gonna be tough. Right. But the thing is faced with inevitable bullshit and potential starvation, perhaps they'll change their mind.
Yep.
Right?
And they'll forget about all this BS and focus on the one thing that matters.
And that's
not
the thing.
starving.
And that's the thing is like, okay, with all this stuff to focus on, really, I mean, it's a sign of a society that's doing pretty good for itself because it's creating problems out of nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you were focused on going out and like hunting for today's food,
you wouldn't give
every single day, you wouldn't care.
You would not care.
All you care about is, can I bring down a caribou today?
Yep. Can I feed myself?
Right.
Can I feed my family?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You would not care about what's in your pants. You know what's in your pants, and that's it.
Yep, and it just makes more hungry mouths to feed, so it stays there. I'm just kidding. But that's the kind of shit. It's like freaking ridiculous.
But yeah, going back to like, what'd you say? In the delusion. What was that?
Colluding in the delusion.
Yeah, sorry.
Collusion. There's no collusion in the delusion.
I think it goes back to the saying: if you give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile.
Yeah.
Like if you give them any validation, any type of like, okay, yeah, this is okay, you're gonna have to bring them back in as hard as possible.
Right. But as a society, that's not gonna happen.
Not anytime soon.
Nature and fucking reality is.
Yeah, nature's gonna have to be like, all right. Let's have a couple natural
disasters. Trump just needs to be president.
Trump or Candace Owens?
He already said that if he is, he's gonna reverse Biden's gender-affirming care. Like.
That's fucking hilarious.
What? What's going on?
Well, Joe Biden reversed literally everything that Trump did day one that he was in office. Yeah. That was BS.
See, and that's something that I think that's really fucking stupid.
Yeah. Biden's not even a real person.
No,
he's not. Whoever, like I've seen videos of people like, this man is not Joe Biden and he's wearing a mask, and they'll show like his face or like he like scratched his neck or whatever, and it like folds, and I'm like, is this real?
No, because he's just super old and has like a.
But Joe Biden under Obama, this is not the same.
No, not even that. Fuck, dude. Robin Williams used to talk shit in his comedy acts about Joe Biden.
Wow.
He's like, the world isn't so bad. We still have rambling Joe Biden.
I think I've seen
from
this.
Like 99.
Oh, how old is Biden? He's in his 70s, isn't he?
He's an old motherfucker.
He's old.
But to be fair, though,
to die right now.
Right. It's it's so freaking dumb. Like, and the thing is like, I get why the Democrats wanted him to be there because he's going to toe the party line. He's going to let them do whatever the fuck they want, say whatever the fuck they want, and get on with his life. Right? Like that's it. Yeah, he's an old 80.
He's very old.
Like really, there's some people who are 80 that still have shit together, but like. Yeah,
but Trump
dude.
Is 76.
Yeah,
is not
Trump is.
I'm 76 years old. It is a great age.
That's what.
It is the most prime age that you will ever be. I don't care if you're fucking like 25 and you think you're all that hot shit.
I'll still marry you.
I'll still marry you.
I don't know how old Melania is, but like definitely younger than 76.
Oh, definitely. Probably in her 50s.
Yeah, probably. I can see that.
Yeah.
No, but like even then, it's like, dude. And the thing, I don't know. I think he's if the Republicans can maintain control the Senate, the House, and you get Trump as president, shit's gonna get done. Yes. If not, it's just gonna be 4 years of fucking dumbass impeachment bullshit again, which is really, really fucking drives me crazy.
Yeah,
I think that is
like they're trying to indict him right now, and that's pissing me off so much.
Stormy Daniels is like 100% though. She's just trying to make a name for herself.
Yeah, she is.
But really, she's just making Trump sound better to like all the guys. She's like, wait a minute, she was a porn star, right?
Well, I don't think that
porn star for president.
Even the Democrats, most of them, the like ones that can think. I don't think they'll put Biden in office again. But I think that most people are more inclined to put a Republican if it's not Trump because people just don't like Trump.
For some reason.
Yeah.
they would be more inclined to put a Republican because they've seen what's happened as soon as he became president.
Like, down the drain, like, instantaneously.
I'm paying $4 for gas.
Yeah.
I used to pay like $2.
Almost immediately.
So, and this is like this last summer. So just looking at like how much gas was, right? I was paying about $100 a week filling up the van. So much. I was driving the minivan, right? But the thing is when when Trump was president, it was 20.
No.
Let's see, which year was that? That was November of 2019, right? No. Was it 19? It was 19.
Right before the pandemic.
It was 19 or 20. It was November. No. It was November of 19.
Yeah.
Right. Trump was president.
Yeah, he was in
I
office.
drove the fucking motorhome down to New Mexico and back. Filled it up with gas, diesel. So I only paid $500 in fuel.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's $250 each way.
Dude, yeah. Do you know how much I paid in gas last summer going down to visit my in-laws
In the
on
van?
the 4th of July? In the minivan. $400. Just in gas.
My car used to be like $30 to fill.
Yeah, it was
now
so
it's like
nice.
65.
My Jeep was $15. It was
that's
so nice.
15 my butt.
No, I'm being dead serious. It was like $20
you
to
didn't
fill up.
fill it up for $15.
No, he would only put $15 in. There's a difference, Paige.
It
Okay,
only made it 15 miles.
Wait. I just went to get like car. I didn't want to go get a car. I went to go get gas this morning. So I was at a quarter tank. I think I spent like about $40 for my Saturn.
That's a lot.
Yeah, dude, that's
too much.
See, that's so freaking dumb, dude. Like, so even I don't know when I was in high school, right?
Let's go back to when like
beginning of the Iraq War, right? Gas got up pretty high, right?
Like how high are we? What was high back
where
then?
it is now.
That's a lot.
And everyone was freaking the fuck out talking about how they would try to impeach Bush if it got over 4. Right? They were talking about that kind of shit. Right? And it's like, hey man, we went in there to get oil. We went, oh no, I forgot. Liberate the oil. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing is so like gas went so fucking high. Gas went high, groceries are high. Like, we used to be able to get a month of groceries off of like $400.
Oh,
right, for us and the kids.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but do you guys want to guess where we are right now?
Millennium Falcon.
In the core.
The crash site of that space station we were at the start of the game.
Oh,
That's
nice.
cool. I like games that tie stuff back. I like that so much.
I like that.
So, like, you got these annoying security
bots.
Yeah.
Gross. Now it's like, every time we get groceries, it's like 300.
Yeah, it's
easily.
a lot, and it doesn't last that long.
No, it doesn't.
It's not a lot.
It doesn't. I mean, we stretch it. Like,
yeah, we do that too.
My leftovers, anything that's left, I've gone on the like everything that's left over goes in a quesadilla diet, and it's fucking magical.
Oh yeah, it is.
So I get like 2 quarts of tortillas, and it's like, oh, I got some chicken left over. Chicken, cheese.
It's always the last little bit of cheese in the bag. You're like, all right, there's enough in there. Just dump the bag out.
Oh yeah. No, I'd buy the whole
like big bag.
I never run out of the cheese. That's my goal. But then I get it out, pizza cutter. It's lunch.
Nice.
Right?
That's not bad though.
And same with steak. Like if we have any kind of meat, it's there. Ground beef, do it. Like, and it's, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess it's teaching me to like kind of be better with like food and shit.
Not be as wasteful.
Well, because for me, like, I eat leftovers. That's like my shit.
I love leftovers.
Like, I go in, throw it in the microwave, I eat it, and for the most part, like, I don't waste food. Kids, on the other hand, they're okay with wasting food.
Yeah, I'm full, and it's like half the burger, and you're like,
well, that's what Tupperware's for you.
Little tummies.
That's true.
Right. So like leftovers is gonna be there. So, and that's fine. So like, but then again, it goes into the leftovers, and we have it again. So trying to like teach them that shit, but it's so freaking crazy how bad that went. even in like the worst days of the pandemic, when everyone was like stuck at home, it never got that expensive.
No, it did not.
It never did. Right? Fuel, food, everything. It was
affordable.
It was still, right? And it's like now it's like, oh, everything's better. COVID's over, right? You have all that shit.
COVID didn't.
Right, exactly. But they announced that it's over. So why aren't?
How do you know it's over? Did you say the flu was over? Did you say all that stuff was over?
Haven't you heard that there was gonna be another one? Joe Biden has literally said in an interview, "We need to prepare for the second pandemic. There will be another pandemic." He said it in front of people on camera.
That poor handicapped old man.
In 2025.
Barely handicapable.
That guy's so ridiculous.
So now everyone knows that it was actually made by the government because he said, "Oh,
there's gonna be another one.
We're gonna have another one." How do you know that you're gonna have a pandemic?
See, that's like, I don't know.
Have you guys seen? I don't mean to like take us off topic.
No, go for it.
Have you guys seen that California, like the West Coast, is due for like this massive underwater earthquake?
Really?
So there's it's like on the Oregon coast, but there's this hole in the ocean that's leaking this gas that is basically lubricant for the tectonic plates. And it's taking it away, so when they rub together without that, it's just going to cause this huge earthquake. And it's going to, the size of this earthquake will stretch from Washington to Mexico. Like,
remember,
it will
ladies
be...
and gentlemen, everything's better with lube.
Yep. But it's scary. Like that, think of Japan. Like, that was what Japan's earthquake or tsunami was in 2011. That's what caused that massive earthquake and tsunami. So, think about that on the West Coast. That's going to be massive.
Oh yeah.
Like that's going to be terrifyingly huge.
Doesn't
and they're
that
50
also,
years overdue.
Doesn't it also like relate to what? Like I don't know. If California like overfloods or something and then what? It's not a I don't think immigration's the right word, but no, it's
evacuation.
Well, okay, there's evacuation, but it's another word for like
refugees.
Refugees, yes, where like people have to. Well, I mean, they're forced to move away from their homes just because of a natural.
They already
disaster.
are.
That's California's response to the homeless problem. They're like, we're gonna drown him.
We're gonna drown them.
They're like, that's why they're paying them. They're like, hey, stay here on the beach.
Cut them off. They already want to be their own country.
Yeah.
Like, let them be. That's fine.
That's scary to think about. Like just this like 90-foot wave.
Yeah, we're like 2 miles over the over sea level. We'll be fine.
Yeah. And then we also have freaking Wyoming that's like, what, 90 years overdue for an eruption? Because all of Wyoming is just basically a volcanic crater. Like, that's scary to think about, too. But
in the geological time of things, 50 years overdue, that's like half a second in geology terms.
That's very
it's
true.
Like, this crater is like 50 billion years old or whatever. 50 years, odds of it happening. But then again, that's probably what some Neanderthal thought, and then he just got blown off of his woolly mammoth or some shit.
Or people of Pompeii. Well, that's fine.
That'll be fine.
But I think I really think that all of that will happen all at once. Like Wyoming will erupt. That earthquake will happen.
Conspiracy at that point.
Second coming.
That's what I'm saying. That's gonna be the second coming. Like everything is going to go to crap, or somebody's gonna push the button. And that's going to be the reason the second coming happens. The nuclear holocaust happens, and
you know what? Half of the world is
screwed.
Honestly, like the Yellowstone supervolcano, that kind of stuff is like, yeah, at some point it could happen.
Hasn't happened yet. But I don't see. I trust that much more than I trust humanity. We have a serious habit of self-destruction. Yes, we do.
Like for everything. So like you've got Putin with his finger over the button for nukes. You got China saying, "Oh, press the fucking button. We want Taiwan," and the rest of the world saying, "Oh well, I'm a dude now." Like it's really. I mean, I agree though. When it all happens, it's all going to happen all at the same time. And everyone's going to be like, "Oh well, shit."
Mm-hmm.
Right, like at that point, it's like, all right, well, just kiss your butt goodbye.
Because
So,
think
that's
about
game over.
all of the past, not communities, like
Civilizations,
yes, like Rome, the Mayans, like they all just disappeared. Basically, like Rome was destroyed. The Mayans basically disappeared, left a couple traces behind.
It was the white people that did that, Pete. You need to read the history books.
Romans were white. What are you talking about?
That's what you think. Have you ever seen an Italian? See that dark hair? Yeah.
Speaking of Italian, Mario movie is great, by the way.
Yes,
it's fantastic.
Ezra, you need to watch it with me.
I'm just gonna pirate it.
What about
how
the Vivint BS?
Fucking dare you?
Did they back out and not give you guys a theater, or did you just miss it?
No, they did, but like they scheduled it and they only gave us like a +1.
Did you and Caleb go see it?
No, he said he wanted to take everyone.
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot.
So, I see. But then, well, I wanted to take everyone, but then Caleb went with his other cousins. So they invited him, and I'm like, well, I'm playing with this shit. It was like 2 days after. I was like,
you kidding me, kid?
Should have gone to see it.
Dude,
funny.
we need to watch it this weekend for sure.
What's it streaming on?
I need to look.
Mario movie? Yeah. It's not going to be streaming anytime soon.
Not on legal sites.
Not on legal ones. You got to get a VPN, my friend.
So
NordVPN, unofficial sponsor of the video. No, I'm just kidding.
A new topic that I've been seeing all over. Have you heard of Epstein's Island?
Oh yeah. His with all the kids and stuff. Yeah.
And you were watching a video of this guy, and he was just naming a bunch of people.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I went into a deep hole searching for everything. And now I'm scared of all celebrities.
Like, it's
even
scary.
Celebrities that you wouldn't think
like
would do
Tom
something
Hanks.
like that.
Yes,
It's
Tom
like-
Hanks is involved with it.
Even Joe Biden's on that list.
Even Trump's on that list.
Trump is on our list.
Yes, he is. He
No,
was
he's
in
not.
Epstein's plane. He was on Epstein's plane going to that island.
You know who was on that plane? It was like 50 or more. It was Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Went over 50 times, and they're like, there's some people that are like, well, how do you know that it was because of that? Well, what do you go to a private island that's purchased by someone that's trafficking kids over 50 times?
I think he was a power broker.
I agree.
Epstein was a power broker. That's it. Like, for whoever was the highest bidder, you get these individuals in compromising situations who have a lot of money and have a lot to lose, and you leverage a bad night where you could, hell, you could just roofie them and put them in positions where you think that they would have a problem, get a picture, and say, do what I say. And I won't lie to you. Seemed like when Epstein was still alive, I feel like things were running better.
This is the Mario
I'm just
movie.
kidding. That sounded really bad.
That's terrible. This is the Mario movie right here on my phone. I have it saved in my camera roll. It's all sped up, but I have this right now.
Did you record the movie?
No, this is an app. I watched Spider-Man No Way Home before it came out on this.
Oh, this guy.
I'm just kidding. No, not that one. I watched Doctor Strange.
How dare you pirate the movie? Go to the movie theater.
I'm not pirating it. The people
I'd like to point out that your dad taught me how to pirate when I was young. I'd like to point that out. He was like, hey, don't get LimeWire. Get this instead.
That's funny.
Don't give your computer cancer.
But right now, I can watch Ant-Man and Quantumania, 65, the new Adam Driver movie, which I'm really looking forward to see. Like dinosaur, space-age dinosaur stuff. Puss in Boots, I think that's out. Creed 3 isn't streaming yet.
Careful when you click on something that says Puss in Boots. It could just not be the right thing.
I'm
It's
hoping.
just a vagina.
Vagina with
like walking around like.
There's Cocaine Bear on here.
I watched Cocaine Bear.
John Wick 4's on here. I'm excited to see that.
Still haven't seen that.
Have you seen the third one? Have you guys seen?
I've seen the first three.
The first one is so freaking good.
It's great.
It is very great. Let's see. The Dungeons and Dragons movies on
Did Keanu
here.
Reeves go to the island?
But I
A lot
hope
of people
not.
have said that he is not on the list, and no one has named him. Also, the same with Adam Sandler and the other guy that's always in the movies with him.
Kevin James.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, because
like,
Keanu Reeves is.
But that dude didn't kill himself.
He didn't know.
He didn't.
He's alive somewhere, or somebody murdered him.
Oh my, who murdered? Who got him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I went down a rabbit hole because I was like, I didn't know what it was because I'd never heard of it. And I was
It's
like,
so scary.
Because I just see a man reading names and I'm like, what's going on?
You know,
And so I
Rainn
had to
Wilson
go-
was on that.
Yeah, and everyone was like,
Owen Wilson?
No, not Owen Wilson. Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson.
Oh, Rainn
White
Wilson.
Shroot from The
Okay, I
Office.
just want to say wow. Anyway.
Okay.
Also, I'm convinced.
First of all, though, look at that guy.
You know,
His
what? He
tweets.
does look-
Have you guys seen his tweets?
He's into some weird shit.
He is.
Look,
All of his
most
tweets
people-
are about like killing
like
babies.
sacrificing babies.
Yeah, it's like
And
Told you
drinking
he's
their
into some
blood.
weird shit, dude. I don't even have Twitter.
But it's just because I'm also convinced and I totally believe that most of the people that go to Hollywood and get famous, they make a deal with the devil and they sell their souls. And there's just so many people have tried to like come out and talk about it, and then
they disappear.
they just either all the
They get suicided.
evidence
They
is
get yeah, exactly.
deleted. Like Jim Carrey has tried to talk about so many things, and you can see the people on like whatever set interview are like trying to get him to like shut up, and I'm just like,
You seen the Andrew Garfield one? I cannot tell if that one's a joke or not. So the guy from Shang-Chi is talking about like the Illuminati, and the camera cuts to Andrew, and he's like, "Dude, shut up!" Like in the middle of the red carpet event, but I can't tell if he's joking or not.
a lot of them are like that,
Like,
where you can see that people are like, okay,
Scared.
stop talking.
but have you guys seen Alex Jones's? Like, this was a long time ago. The Bohemian Grove video.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. That video gives me chills watching it.
Really?
It's like, oh my
dude.
gosh.
Dude, no. Here's the thing. I've seen that, man. Doesn't surprise me one freaking bit.
No.
That's the thing. Okay, most people in politics, competitive nerds, lawyers, things like that, right? To think that they're not into some weird shit is fucking crazy.
Like worshiping an owl god. That's what creeps me out. Is like the have you seen
It's
the
like,
guy getting sacrificed? Have you seen that?
Is that in the same Alex Jones one?
It's scary, dude. It is scary stuff.
See, and it's like, man, some of these people, especially like
hold on.
when Alex Jones comes out and says shit, he's like right 95% of the time, but then the other 5%, you're like, no.
He's a crazy son of a. That's what he is.
His interviews are fucking legendary.
That's what Kanye was on his podcast.
It's funny. And he tried to give Kanye an off ramp. He's like, no, yeah. We don't think Hitler's okay. Yeah, I think he's okay. Fuck. Just like that. That was so funny. I saw it, and it was like when Alex Jones is trying to pull you back from the brink.
You pull back. But like, I didn't know who Alex Jones was because he's silenced like so much because they know that he knows some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Same with oh crap, I forgot his name.
There's an interview he does on Joe Rogan's podcast that's fucking legendary when he tells Eddie Bravo to choke him out.
I think I've seen that one.
Have you seen the one where it's like he what is it? I'm gonna find it and then let's see, show it afterwards. But he like in the middle of the interview, he's like, "Hey, I think I might be kind of retarded." Like just like in the middle of the thing.
I'm kind of retarded.
Exactly. One of the funniest clips in the history of the internet. Just the way he like pauses.
I'm kind of
does it, and he just does that thing. It's like, man, that is some legendary shit right there.
That's one of my most like quotable things. That is so funny. I'll be honest. I'm kind of retarded.
He just goes, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Cause
is that the same interview? Is that the same podcast when he gets choked down?
Same interview where let's see, it's so funny.
I'm kind of retarded. I freaking love that so much.
Before I went to the hospital, I was watching TikTok, and I was watching a video talking about Billie Eilish and her songs, and if you play them backwards, she is like clearly talking to Satan. And her song Ocean Eyes, like one of her first ones, if you play it backwards, it's saying, "Satan, I choose you."
That's scary.
That's how you get things going on SoundCloud. Let's
and her,
do that.
you know, when the party's over, love song. like you listen to it backwards, and she says Satan so many times, and like
I don't mess with that
when
stuff.
she says like, I'm trying to
Yo.
think of the part of the song.
I don't listen to any of her stuff,
Oh, I'm here.
but like, because whenever if it comes up on my suggested music as I'm just like listening to YouTube music or whatever, the album cover freaks me the fuck out.
Which one is it? Her sitting on a chair?
I think so, with like wide eyes.
Yeah,
and legs kind of creepy.
yeah.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, it's no.
Oh, I'll show you a video that I showed Peyton that everyone's talking about. Where you can tell that she's like, she sold her soul. Very obviously.
We'll show it after.
She was.
I'm not
She
gonna
was.
play that. You don't need to see the sound.
She was homeschooled. That's that'll do
It
it.
comes back to.
I mean,
this.
hey, we were homeschooled. I mean, look at me.